Hey, good morning, everyone. This is Mitch over at IndySoft. I hope you are all doing fantastic and enjoying your week. This week for Tip Tuesday, I wanted to show you all a brand new feature that we just put into the system that actually allows you to put multiple images of a piece of equipment into the database. Many of you already know historically you had the capability just to add one image. You would just click on the image field, hit select image, and we just allow you to grab one photo. And then that can either show up over here in the preview panel or you could put it directly into your main equipment view layout. Well, now we have this concept called equipment image groups. And what this allows you to do is actually just add multiple images in. And you can certainly take one and make that as your main image. You just select this down arrow key, and the main image is what's going to show up in that preview panel. But it's real simple. You just add image to the group. If you're on our web-based or cloud mode, you'll just simply drag and drop that. If you're on the Windows app, then it's you navigate to where that image resides. But once you have your multiple images loaded in, and by the way, this is something that's going to be applicable not just at the equipment level, but also the template level. So you'll be able to put in multiple photos at the equipment template side as well. But in here, once we have those photos loaded in, you'll have quick viewing capability of those. If you need to see one in a larger capacity, you want to download it, zoom in, things like that, you can always double click and it'll actually download that image for you. I have my browser properties set up where it downloads things. In your browser preferences, you can certainly just have it open directly up as well. But this just takes you to whatever your stock tool is for opening photos. And here you can zoom in and do whatever you may need to there. So the other place that these new image groups are going to show up though is actually during the event system itself. So let's say I was performing an event and maybe it would be a receiving or a check-in or a checkout or a tool crib event, any capacity. If we launch the event itself, what's going to happen is those images are going to load in here as well if you embed these into this little preview panel here. Again, I'm an advocate of this because it allows you to see at the time of the event, multiple angles and pictures, etc. And this is really, for folks that are doing receiving and shipping to make sure equipment comes in the building, you document what came with it, and then when it leaves the building, make sure the same tools and the accessories leave with it. Really important. But also for our tool crib customers, this is really, really important because a lot of our tool cribs are checking in and out kits of equipment, or in a particular kit, you may have 5, 6, 7, 10 different pieces of equipment, and to be able to document the total kit plus the individual pieces, showing those images can be very, very helpful and time saving. So these multiple images can be visible during your events as well. It's really anywhere that equipment preview panel can be visible. So this is asset 1, 2, 3. So let's say I was running just one of my searches as well. I'll just open up this equipment listing search and let's type in 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to look for all of my assets. And in this Acme manufacturing company, you can see I've got those multiple images here. So again, inside your searches, if you're using that preview panel, that certainly can be available to you as well when you're locating your items. Okay, so how do we go about setting that up? So there is a slight change that I do want to quickly show you. It's real simple to do in Layout Builder. And the way you'll do that is, and I'm going to use my, let's just go to my home screen and let's open up Layout Builder. And there's two settings that we have to enable if you want to be able to show those multiple images. So the first one is if we go to my standard equipment layout here, if I open this up, and actually that's not the correct one. I've got a handful of layouts in here. It's this multi-panel main is the one I wanted to show you. But inside of here, what we're going to do is you're simply just going to go and insert where you want that grouping of images to be, and you're going to drop in that command called equipment image insert. So, real simple to do. Just what I like to tell people is come over to this other tab and just search for the image options. And you're going to see there's the ability to insert the singular image. So if you have layouts today set up with just one photo, this is the option you're going to have in there. So to configure this and to use the multiple images, you'll just actually replace that value with this one here that's called the equipment image group insert. Okay. Now, whenever we're going to use the images, there's a new setting now that images historically when you load them into the system, You may have a 30 meg image or a 5 meg image, right? So it's going to scale and have size. What we allow you to do now is when you input in this equipment group insert function, down in your actual, in your commands down below, we're going to give you options where you can actually specify the height and the width. So it'll actually be in a fixed place on your layout. In the setup I've got here, I'm doing a group height of 200 and a width of 800 just to give us some space. But certainly based on your typical screen size or monitor size or resolution, you're going to want to manipulate that and kind of set that to your liking. But I would suggest starting off at something like a 300 by 600 or something like that, and then just kind of manipulate it from there when you set this up. So in your layouts, the key things you're going to want to look to put on there is you're going to have, the equipment image group. You're going to want to put that into your layout. And if you haven't done that before, that's just as simple as, you this documenting where you want that. And you'll just basically put in your cursor. You'll come over, find that particular object, double click, and it'll drop that right in for you. Okay, so it's real simple to do that if you haven't done that before. Now, the other thing is in that preview panel, right, on the equipment view, if we look at the search by, that's what the stock search is, or the stock layout that we call that gets embedded into your events and your searches. That's called that search by layout. So you can double click on this as well, and you'll see the same options where I've already input in that equipment image group insert. Again, you just go double click, add that in, set up the sizing on that, and then you'll have those multiple images visible. But again, I hope this helps. It's a great feature because we're now going to allow you to have those multiple images, angles, pictures, setup diagrams, whatever you may need to put in from a photo perspective. You now have that capability in the software. And if there are any questions surrounding that, as always, don't hesitate to contact myself. Don't hesitate to contact our support team. And I hope you guys all have a fantastic week. And hopefully this new feature will help you guys out. Thank you and have a great day.